everyone, my Chex Mix is done. I will show it to you. I timed it perfectly, took it out when I was supposed to. Now we're going to make my Aunt Marie's famous fudge. This is the one where my family begs me for. Taking me a while to get the camera right. So let's see if it's going to work. I had to research whether they want evaporated milk because the recipe is very, very old. It calls for cream. Well, cream could be whipping cream or heavy cream or evaporated milk. Some people would even confuse sweetened condensed milk. So the recipe calls for 2 1/4 cups sugar, 3/4 cup cream, 1/4 cup butter, which is this much, and a cup of peanut butter, and a cup of about 5 to 7 ounces of marshmallow cream, and butterscotch chips. I have here somewhere. Here we go. And this calls for black walnuts, which are very expensive. And I happened to find it. A little guy at Food Lion found this bag in the Hispanic section. Actually, the Hispanic section, the food's cheaper. Can you believe that? So we are going to start the recipe. We're going to start it on medium heat because fudge can be tricky, people. So let me get a little, this for the walnuts. Now, because this recipe goes by fast, and I do mean fast, you got to have everything ready. You cannot dawdle with this because everything's got to melt like at the same time. You know what I mean? So, shake well. I guess I should open this cream up. Let's see if I got an old-fashioned. Let me pause the camera. The bad thing about recipes in the old days is that they weren't as meticulous as we are nowadays. So I'm thinking the butter has to go in first. It doesn't really say on the recipe. No, it doesn't. So, because the sugar's got to dissolve in something. So let's turn this down again. So we got 2 1/4 cups of sugar. It's too hot, so I've got to take it off. This has got to dissolve. Take it off. You don't want it to burn. Okay. And I think we've got to put in the cream. Yeah, put in the cream. The cream was 3/4 cup. No. Yeah, 3/4 cup cream. And this is your half. And here is your 1/4. So, you have to stir this constantly. You cannot leave the stove, honey. And then I'm going to show you all the difference between a meat thermometer and a candy thermometer. Don't confuse the two because this one has only meat on it, right? And you stick this in to the meat. And here's your candy thermometer. And I do believe it's got to get to the soft boil stage. So let me show that to you. Guess I should wash this off. That's the soft boil. It's about, let me get too close. It's about around 240 degrees. Then the hard ball is a little bit higher. Hard crack. I guess that's what you would need to do to get, if you're making peanut brittle, I'm thinking. You can use this for fish and donuts and potatoes. So soft boil is what we want. But I'm going to verify this. Do not submerge in water. Do not use in the oven. Place it 2 1/4 inches in the liquid. So I think it's a soft boil stage. I think the hard ball is when it's boiling, it makes these little balls. That's what I'm thinking. So, oh my God, I haven't got my pan ready. Oh, hold on. Butter the pan. why I panicked is because when this is cooking, you've got to be able to throw that fudge into that pan fast. I mean, there's no dicking around on this one. And you've got to butter it so that you can get it out, the fudge out. I'm going to use the back of the paper to butter this pan, so I don't use my fingers. We got to watch out in this pandemic, right? Yeah. Now the fudge, you can cool it outside the fridge. I'm going to try to pop it into my fridge, and we'll see if that works, right? I'm going to turn it up just a little bit between medium and high, and I have an electric stove. So I'm going to be stirring it, then we'll come back on camera, okay? Okay, it's starting to boil, people, so you got to use a heavy pan for this. Let's see, look in there, see? We're going to go check it now. Wipe this off. Okay. It is 100. 150. 180. It's up to 200 now. That didn't take long. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit because you don't want this to burn. Actually, it's 5 minutes. It comes to like 5 minutes of stirring. You just got a little bit to go. Just a little bit. I'm gonna I should really stop the camera. The reason why you have to do it for 5 minutes or get to the soft ball stage is because your fudge won't get hard. It's very important to get it hard or it ain't gonna be fudge. It'll be sloppy fudge. Okay. Almost. A couple more minutes. This is the most crucial thing with fudge. I don't know how people can do it. I think in the old days, they probably didn't have candy thermometers. I don't know. They probably just timed it. I'm sure my grandmother did not use a candy thermometer. Okay. Just one more minute. Okay. Now, I just pulled that out. That should start hardening, I'm thinking. Okay, it is ready. So, let's put in the peanut butter. I turned off the stove already. But you want. I keep it on the burner. It helps melt the peanut butter and the morsels. And stir it as you do it. And let's throw in the marshmallow cream. Oh my God, my back is really hurting. It hurts when I stand too long. I don't know if I've told you guys, but I have to have a back surgery. That my neurosurgeon and my orthopedic had to choose which one is worse. I said, they manipulated my hip and I screamed. And they go, oh, your back is, your hip is worse. Because I screamed so loud, I thought everybody in the waiting room is going to leave. Well, this is a hard thing to do right here. Got to keep stirring. I'm bending this. You got to keep stirring it while it's hot, or it won't all mix up. I make such a mess when I'm cooking. I wouldn't want anybody to have to clean up after me. Okay, let's keep stirring. Now, don't put in too much marshmallow cream because it won't set right. So mine called for 5 ounces. I actually put like 6.5 because you have to watch the jars. The jars say 7 ounces. Some of them say 16. Okay, this is what it's looking like. So you can see it. Okay. Okay, let's get this in here. Okay. I'm going to put some black walnuts in the middle of it and then some on top, if that makes any sense to you guys. I still see the white marshmallow cream. Now, by about right now, you should see if you should know if you've screwed up on your fudge because it won't look right. You don't want it too grainy. You don't want it too loosey-goosey. Okay. I'll put a little bit more in there. But you want the rest to sprinkle on top. Now, I'm using way more black walnuts than anybody should have to. Okay, here comes the fun part. Don't know if you can see this. I'm going to fix the camera. Let's get her in. As you remember now, I buttered the pan. Wah! This is getting heavy on me. Now, this is the trick now. Spread it out to make it look pretty real fast because it's going to get hard on you. That's a good thing sometimes. Sometimes it's not. Save some in the pan for you to lick later. Then you just sprinkle these on top. I just turned off the oven from the Chex Mix so that this won't heat up. I'm going to let it cool down a little bit before I even put it in the refrigerator. Okay. I'll save the rest to you. It won't work. Okay. I hope you've enjoyed this. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Ho, 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 ho.